A lot of people have a really big problem trying to rank higher in Arena, so today I'm going to show you guys how to get to Elite 4 very quickly and very easily. Okay, so the first thing you need to understand is that not everybody is in the same arena. My arena might be more difficult or easier compared to yours, because it really just depends when you created your account. For example, I created my account when the game first came out, so my arena is very old in the game. And normally, if your arena is very old, chances are your opponents are going to be harder than if you just started in a brand new arena, because a lot of players are going to have a lot of time to build up their roster, which is why the developers added different arenas in the game. If you got put into my arena, you would struggle a lot because you wouldn't really have a big roster compared to the other people in the arena like me. So what the developers do is after every single update, most of the time, they're going to add a brand new arena for newer players. And this is something you should definitely be taking advantage of. If you accidentally made an account before a brand new update was released, and now your opponents are a lot more ahead than you because the arena is going to be a little bit older, well then you should restart your account after a brand new update comes out, and your opponents in the arena are going to be brand new players just like you, which is going to mean that your opponents are going to be a lot easier, and it's going to be far easier and quicker for you to be ranking higher. Again, this is something you should really be taking advantage of, because if you accidentally get put into a harder arena, well then maybe you need 10 million points to get to Elite 4. But if you go into a brand new arena, maybe you only need 4 million points. It makes your life so much easier because you need a lot less points to be ranking up higher. Okay, so with that being said, now let's talk about competition in Arena, which is the second biggest factor as to how to rank up higher. So, you need to understand that a lot of people in the Arena seasons wants to get really good characters. So if your Arena season is Dark Supergirl, chances are you can get up to Elite 4 very easily. But if the character in the Arena season is Shazam, that's going to be a lot more difficult because a lot more people are going to be competing to get Shazam. And also, in case you don't know the way that divisions work in Arena, it's very simple. If we look at the Legendary division, for example, that division only allows 50 people in that division. There's no way everybody in the Arena can get all the way up to Legendary. That's just not the way that works. Everything is a competition with your points. So only the top 50 scoring people are allowed to be in Legendary division. If you want to get up there, you're gonna have to compete with your points with those people. It doesn't matter how many battles you play. It doesn't matter how much time you spent. You have to compete with your points and rank amongst the top 50 to get up to Legendary. And if you want to get to Elite 4, it's the exact same way. You don't have to be ranking all the way up to rank 50, but you do have to be in a certain rank to be at Elite 4. But unfortunately, if you want to get up to Elite 4, you can't look at the leaderboard and just look at what the rankings are to get to Elite 4. I don't know why they did that, but that's just the way it is in the game. However, if you do want to get to Elite 4, here is a very big tip that you should do every single time you play. So go to the arena and then look at right here where it says My Rank. Go over here where it says Top 200 and click on that. You're going to see the leaderboard for the top 200 players, and what you want to do is scroll all the way down to the bottom. Go to the bottom and look at who's at rank 200 and look at their points. These points right here is going to be your goal. It's going to be different for your arena. It's not necessarily going to be 20 million every single time. Depending on the arena season and which arena you're in with different players, it might be 5 million, it might be 30 million, it could be completely different. But for me right now, my goal to get to Elite 4 would be getting 20 million points. Now, this is not necessarily getting to Elite 4. As a matter of fact, this is better. This is getting up until Untouchable. Now, if we go look at the different arena divisions, you could see that Untouchable is one division above Elite 4. This is what you want to do. You always want to be one division above what you want to be in. So if I want to be in Elite 4, I need to get to Untouchable, because by the time you stop playing the game, chances are there's many different players around the world playing at different times than you. So by the time you hop off the game, someone else is already on the game ready to grind. And most of the time, a lot of people are going to be competing with your points. So by the time you come back to the game, you're going to probably be demoted. So if I do get up until Untouchable, it don't matter if I get demoted. I'm still going to be in Elite 4. This is kind of like a precaution. You don't want to leave it off at Elite 4 because maybe by the time you can come back to the game, you're going to be dropped down to Elite 3, right? You don't want that to happen. So I always recommend you go above and beyond and try to get one division higher than what you want to do. If you want to get up to Elite 3, get to Elite 4, just in case if you get demoted. If you want to get to Elite 2, get to Elite 3, just in case if you get demoted, you're still going to be in Elite 2. So there you go. That's one thing I recommend you do every single time. So anyways, now that we talked about how to get to some divisions and how the arena actually works, now let's talk about how to get more points per battle, which is obviously going to make your progression a lot faster. If you're getting more points per battle, you're not going to be playing as much because you're going to be ranking up a lot quicker. So the first thing I always recommend if you want to get more points is to look for opponents with your top 3 characters with the highest threat. This is going to make your team have a high threat, which in turn is going to search for opponents with more threat. And the more threat your opponents have, the more points you're going to get per battle. And in case you don't know how to add more threat to your team, it's really simple. Most of the time you just add a lot of threat by leveling up your characters, leveling up their gear, just kind of progressing your characters a little bit more. However, if you want to increase your speed on leveling up your threat, make sure to add artifacts and make sure that your tanks have a lot of defense and a lot of health. Those 2 stats are the ones that raise your threat by the most over anything else. However, just make sure you're not making your damage dealers a tank. Don't do that. Please do not do that because damage dealers are supposed to be damage dealers. However, luckily for you, most of the characters in the game can be built as tanks and not really have any problems. So there you go. Just make your characters be tanks as long as they're not damage dealers and you're going to build up a lot of threat. Now, to be completely honest, I can't really give you any more advice on getting more points per battle because threat is the most important thing. However, I can show you guys how to properly maximize the productivity of your characters if you want a gem refresh to get more battles per character. Okay, so let's say you just finished your battles with your team and now you want to use gems to refresh your battles so you can get more points. To refresh an entire team, it's going to cost you 60 gems because it's 20 gems per character. However, 99% of the time, a good team only really needs 2 good characters. The third character in the team might be useful. Most of the time they're not. They're just kind of there to give you a little bit more threat. They're there just in case if something goes wrong, but you don't really need a specific third character. So I always recommend that if you are going to refresh your entire team, just refresh the 2 main characters and just add a random third character in there. This is going to save you 20 gems every single time you do this, and over time it's going to add up. Anyways, with all of that being said, now I'm going to give you guys kind of my little experience. I kind of sound like an old person when I'm saying that, but I'm going to give you guys my wisdom, my experience of the arena, and just little kind of rules that you learn when you're playing arena. So first of all, a lot of high threat opponents are going to have defense because like I said, that's just going to give you a lot of threat. So if you really want to get good characters that can defeat really high threat opponents, I always recommend a character that either does a lot of dot damage or is armor pierce because that's going to completely ignore all of the defense on the opponent, and obviously that's going to help you defeat your opponent a lot easier. Anyways, another tip that I can give you guys is that characters that do a lot of basic attack damage are incredible for speed running your points. If you want to make a lot of points really quickly, I always recommend using characters that do a lot of basic attack damage. My Just League team can pretty much defeat any team out there in like 10 seconds. Most of the time, it's going to be a 10-second battle. And if the opponent gives me 500,000 points, 600,000 points, maybe even 1,000,000 points, that's 1,000,000 points in 10 seconds. That is absolutely insane. Now, granted, there are some characters that suck to fight with basic attack damage, like Brainiac and Darkseid, but overall, it's a pretty good experience. You don't have to wait at all to use your special abilities or anything. You just tap the screen a couple of times, and there you go. Your opponent is dead in 10 seconds or less. Anyways, with all of that being said, the final piece of advice that I can give you guys is probably the most important one, which is it doesn't really matter if you have the best characters in the game. As long as you get creative and you use your brain and you understand the strategies and the passives of all the characters in the game, you're going to be fine. So for example, even if you don't have the best characters in the game, let's say you want to fight a team like the Batman Ninja team. A lot of Batman Ninja teams are super high threat, which will give you a lot of points. But again, you don't have any good characters. What can you do? Well, for example, I like to use a character called Raiden. Raiden Special 3 does splash damage, which triggers the Immortal passive for the Batman Ninja team at the exact same time with one Special 3, because I'm going to kill all of my opponents pretty much at the exact same time with my Special 3. This makes the battle infinitely easier for me, and all I did was use basic strategies to my advantage. And there's multiple different ways that you can do this with multiple different characters in the game. I know this because many times I will get bored of using King of Atlantis Aquaman, and instead I'll use a D tier character like, let's say, Dark Supergirl or something. You know, a character that's not that strong, but I can still win battles because I know what I'm doing. I understand the strategies of the game. And that's just kind of something that you're going to understand by reading passives, by reading special ability buffs, and by just playing the game. So anyways, with all of that being said, I really do hope that everything in this video can help you guys get up to Elite Four a little bit easier, because I know sometimes when you're a brand new player, you just don't really know what to do, and you feel like you're trying super hard, but you don't really understand what's going on with the game. Anyways, with that being said, hope you guys have a good day, stay safe and stay clean, and I'll see you guys later.